Well, folks, welcome to my review of something that, well, you don't really see that much in stores anymore. This is the Polaroid 100. This is the Polaroid One600. 100 millimeter focus range 2 feet. In other words, basically the Polaroid One600. Yeah, you don't really see these much anymore in stores, do you? But this was basically the evolution of these instant cameras. These instant cameras, basically, in case nobody really knows, they're not the kind of instant camera you think, oh, well, we'll take it to the store and it will be developed. No, instant cameras are basically like this. They were basically like this. You bought things like this. Now initially this would have film in it, or some kind of black film. But basically you bought stuff like this. It was filled up here. It would only get empty after it was done. After it was done, it would only be like this. But it would be filled up. And then what you would do is you would open the side like that. You would open the mouth, if you will. Or what you would do is you'd press the button for it like that. If it has a button, like right there where it says film, you'd press that, open it up, and insert the thing inside, shut it up, and there it goes. It would tell you on the back, it's set. Now this is basically, like I said, this is the evolution of these instant cameras. It was the evolution of these because basically, I remember when my mom had one of these things, and it was a lot bulkier than this, a lot bigger. It was basically like a cube. Here they try to make it more futuristic-like, more curvy, if you will. And it did give it features, just like they did in the original. It gave it features of red eye, and it gave it a timer. But the thing is, the big difference, of course, is you had the digital. You didn't have digital with the originals. But overall, it wasn't a bad price. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't that much. But what's weird about this is you don't see these anymore. I remember using this a lot during the mid-2000s. That's basically when you last saw these, was the mid to late 2000s. I think you could still buy film for it, but you just don't see the cameras no more. You can buy the film, you just can't buy the cameras. But overall, it's not that bad of a deal. It's got a good flash, it's got a timer, it's got everything initially you'd want in a camera. I mean, when you do this, you can pretty much see from there what it's like. The only problem, again, is it didn't have any zoom. It didn't have a zoom. It basically was like I said, it was focus range 2 feet. So you had to be like a 2 feet deal. The pictures came out good, there's no doubt about it. But even though the cameras, depending on what kind you got, like these, depending on the prices weren't too bad. It was the film that cost a little bit more in the end, but not too much, unless you got a two or three pack. But overall, if you have one of these, or if you know of anybody that has one of these, I highly recommend using it. And again, I think you can still buy the film. You just got to look either at a Walmart or a Target or wherever to try to buy it. Maybe even a camera store, buy it, and get. Basically, what this does is it saves you time. It saves you time on developing film. Now, I will say this: with these kind of cameras, the filming sometimes it will come out a little like black. Sometimes it'll be like bleh. Now, speaking of the film, basically how it starts up is when you have a full film deal and you put it in there, the thing will come out. The black insert, which is on top of it, will come out. And that basically says, okay, I'm ready for you to use me for taking pictures. Overall, to me, my personal experience is this has served me well. I used it when I came out here in 2006 for my birthday. I've used it when I can. I've used it in my old apartments. it's definitely worth having, especially when you're traveling, so that way you can have instant pictures with you and you don't have to worry about waiting when you get back to develop them at the store. Not saying I didn't do that. I did both. I developed them. I had two cameras with me. The 110 camera and this. So I had pictures instantly, and I had pictures that I had to develop when I got back. But anyway, my thoughts on this as a review goes, definitely worth having if you have one like this. And if you can find the film still, go out and buy it. It's worth, having along with you, especially when you go on vacations, to have instant pictures. I mean, think about it. You got digital cameras, like let's say this one right here, the one I'm using, and you also have something like this. Think of this as kind of like a test subject, being like, okay, let's take the picture first with this and see how it comes out and see what we need to change, and then we'll do the digital. End of story. Anyway, though, I highly recommend getting something like this, or at least looking into finding one if you could still find one. And if you do have one, I recommend keeping it around and trying to find the film. It's worth having. And that's all I'm going to say on my review of the Polaroid One600. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have anything similar to this. And I will talk to you all later.